Hello and welcome to the trade setup. In this video we are looking at the wave quantum. It is time for another update, and on this chart we are still tracking the hyper bullish movement that is forming, where we start with a series of 1-2 setups in this area. Then we are tracking here the third wave to the upside, and within this wave 3 we have always been tracking this as 1-2, this like a third wave up, a fourth wave down, and then this movement to the upside has shifted a little. It has changed the structure since it managed to create such a strong movement in this area. And the main structure that we are tracking now, it's not the only one possible. I have another even more bullish interpretation, but the main structure is an ending diagonal within this wave 5, where we have a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down, a third wave up in this area, and then we still need a fourth and a fifth to complete this larger structure within the wave 3. Now, some interpretations do allow a top in this area, a pretty significant one, but it's not my preferred interpretation. What else I could see working out is the idea that this is instead developing as a third wave itself, but then this would have to be an impulse, and in that case I would need to count this as a series of 1-2 setups in this area, and then this would need to work out as the third wave to the upside. And in that case I would have to probably see within this wave 3 the ideal target for such a wave, the 138.2% extension, the $82 level. Now that is not impossible by any means, because within this structure, within this push to the upside, I could see even an additional quite strong fifth wave to come up and even manage to get there. It is possible, but we will have to wait and see. It will have to wait to hold the support zones, and it will have to reach the target to make it plausible for such an interpretation to work out. But for now, we have been tracking this area to the upside, and we have been considering possible critical areas that must hold, but none of them have broken yet. And in that case, we were able to continue tracking continuation to the upside, and we did even receive them. Now, a general area of support, considering that this could top at any point, it is possible for it to have topped already, but it's not my preferred interpretation. But in case it did, I would be looking for support in the area, let's update it, between the $28.5 level all the way down to the $12.8 level. And as long as that holds, we can still look for continuation to the upside in a fifth wave to complete this large structure. This large structure in a wave 3. Very strong and nice. But for now, we are still tracking the internals here, because within this wave C to the upside, I do believe it is still possible, as I mentioned, to get still one more high. And in the previous video, I did provide you a support zone for continuation to the upside in the very short time frame, and we did continue higher. And I even provided you a larger area of support for a possible idea of a third wave continuation all the way up here, a support zone for a wave 4 and to push higher within it. But in fact, I believe we got something even more bullish, where I consider that it is likely that only now have we actually topped here within this wave 3. And we are seeing divergences from all the way down here. So we have been seeing quite consistent divergences in this area, and I find it pretty likely at this point that this third wave has completed. It could still form a couple more highs. It is possible, it is allowed, but it's not necessarily the support zone area that I would focus on. And instead I would be looking here for continuation to the upside. Probably better to use the white scenario actually here. But for the continuation to the upside, I would be looking for this large support zone in white, where as long as we hold this support zone between the $35.6 level all the way down to the $26.3 level, we can still find another high in a fifth wave, and this wave 5 could actually end up being quite strong and could get us even, as I mentioned earlier, to the $80 level. It is possible, not necessarily unexpected, and we do still even have a lot of room within this support zone area. We haven't even actually reached it, so it is something on my roadmap to still push higher within this wave 5, possibly turning this structure into an internal wave 3 instead of a wave C. But for now, there really isn't much else to add at this point. I suppose we could have a look at this internal structure, but honestly, not much to look at. Yeah, we have a pretty clear structure complete. I could argue that this is an additional one too. This is a third. We get a bit closer of a fourth, and then another fifth, and in that case we would need to adjust the support zone ever so slightly, but it wouldn't change much. This is the general area of support, and as I was mentioning, if we break in this case the 50% retracement, it's not necessarily bearish. It's not a signal that we have an extremely major top, that we topped here within this wave 3. It's just a local top, in my opinion, within this wave 3 in yellow, and we would be heading to, albeit a much deeper support zone for the yellow scenario, but still closer than what we would have for the general area of support if we actually topped here in a wave 3. That would actually be much deeper in this case, and it would only really start at a $17.7 level. But as I was saying, in my opinion, we are still expecting continuations higher, and for now, these are the levels. This is the trade setup. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe and let me know what else you want me to cover, and I'll do my best to do that in the days and weeks ahead. And until then, I hope you have a nice day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.